Дубль 1 014. Погнали. Good day, everyone. My name is Botan Hovorushenko, and today I'm going to tell you about Norway, country where now live the offsprings of the brave sailors and warriors, Vikings. So here are some interesting facts and some general information about this country. So the Kingdom of Norway is a Nordic country on the western side of the Scandinavian peninsula. It washed by three seas, northern um, Barents and the Norway seas actually. One third of the land lies north to the Arctic Circle. The population is 5.3 million people. The official languages are Norwegian and Sami. From ancient times, these people were pagans, but in our time, Norwegians are actually 80% of them are Lutherans. And the capital of the country is Oslo. It's about tradition and cultures, so much of the culture is traced back to the Vikings. But throughout the history, these people are identified itself with rural culture. And it's about the modern culture of Norway, so it well shown in such fests, such holidays as Gentlo and as Constitution Day, especially on the Gentlo. On this holiday, people are just proud of equality, of humanity, of simplicity, and other respectable things. It's about dressing, so the national Norway costume called bunad, and it goes from the 19th century with a lot of javelry on it. So yeah, and as else everywhere in their history, there is a huge influence on the Vikings from the Vikings. So the customs are also quite similar with Vikings. But both men and women, they really appreciate these costumes. They wearing this on every wedding, on the Constitution Day, which is on May 17 actually, on different folk music festivals. This music is very popular in their country, and they really respect it. And also a lot of rock bands playing this music, playing folk music of Norway. By the way, if you thought that typical Norwegian looks like a brutal Viking, so I'm going to disappoint you, because the typical Norwegian is somewhere 170 centimeters tall, weighs about 70 kilograms, have an average build of body. Of course, they have like sharp faces, and red or yellow hair, and brown or dark green eyes. And the same for the women. They also have an average build, the sharp faces. Their hair also yellow and red, and mostly it's green-eyed people. And that's all the statistics is because of their rural culture, because they are farming and living their lives as in little villages and towns. Now let me tell you about some national cuisine of Norway. So as Norway is a fishing culture nation, so the fish playing a big role and a big part of the national cuisine. So if you came to the Norway at the right time of the year, you will get a chance to try a whale steak, or for example the national dish of Norway called lutefisk. It's the fish, it's a stockfish salted in the water and then cooked, or sometimes is grilled. Also in autumn, there is a hunting season, as in many countries. So in every restaurant or in typical Norwegian house, um, it's tradition to serve the game, the Norwegian game, such as moose or reindeer or crows. So it's really tasty meat. And but one of the best achievements I think for Norwegians actually is their cheeses, their brown and yellow cheese. It's really tasty, and as I think, in my opinion, it's the best cheese in the whole world. So the typical brown cheese is little caramelized in whey cheese, which is made of the cow's or goat's milk. The Norwegians taste this cheese with the high quality bread, or sometimes with the Norwegian waffles that are also a traditional dish, like snack. Yeah, Norwegian waffles. So the brown cheese, it's quite like not everyone will appreciate, will like this, but you really need to taste it, at least for know is it taste or not. And now something about must see places in Norway. Norway is really beautiful country, at least because of fjords, about Scandinavic mountains, and a lot of waterfalls and beauty of the nature. But you also need, I think, you need to start with the atmosphere of a Norwegian town. So you need to visit Røros. Røros is one of the oldest uh, town where the wooden building are still saved from those times, and it's a World UNESCO Heritage Site. Um, it's really the oldest town in the whole Europe. It's really beautiful, and it's a cozy atmosphere of these towns. It's like really small town, and also you exactly should visit a Viking ship museum. It's one of the best museums in the whole Norway, because how about Vikings? They everywhere because it's Norway. The Viking ship museum is mostly famous of the Ausland ship, and one of the whole part of ship, the whole ship actually, which is saved from those times, and it's really unique, and you really need to see them. It also there are a lot of drag cars, and there is the exhibition and like replay of the those times Viking like houses. It's a whole territory which is really big, and it's a lot of stuff and something like that, all in the Viking thematics and kind of this. So of course Norway is about mountains. So what do you think? Is it exciting? Is it not exciting to standing on the most northern point of the whole Europe? I think it is, because literally you are thinking that it's end of the world, end of the whole world. It's really beautiful and it's really impressive, and such feelings you can't even experience in any place. That's unbelievable. But you need to know that Norway is a really long country. From the Oslo, which on the south, to the northern point, you can get in 1,500 kilometers. It's a really long way, and there is only one airport there on the northern point. It's called Hammerton or Hammerfest, and so there is no international airplanes to this point. So you need to to prepare your trip for advance and really carefully to know everything. But trip to this northern part, to the northern point, could be really expensive. And another problem is because of coronavirus pandemic, all borders are closed right now. So a little bit more information about coronavirus right now and about the statistics in Norway. So Norway is well prepared, and instead of the whole Europe, which is right now in a terrible condition, Norway is quite better. They have high quality medicine in each town, in each city. They have teams of medicals, of medics, groups of people who are ready to help you. And if you have catched the virus, actually, you will be given all the treatment that you could actually be given. And they have all they have ambulances, they have different tools, and yeah, such things to help you. But still, you need to remember that we are in Ukraine, and we need to allow and we need to be on the quarantine and to follow it. So just be at home, just stay at home for most of your time. Wash hands. Do not touch your face when you outside of home. Use a mask or respirator, and use an antiseptic when you are out of home and can't just wash your hands with a soap. And while you are waiting for the end of the quarantine, let me tell you about some tourist accommodation in Norway. So, as every modern country, Norway has hundreds of hotels and hostels, but there is only accommodation, but a big part of them are just quite expensive. So you have an alternative way, and it's called Alemansretten, which is translated to English as every person's right, or every person's freedom to roam. It's a law of the land, and it means that anyone, literally anyone, could camp everywhere in the whole Norway up to 3 days. Of course, you need to clean up after you're staying in some places, but you can do it everywhere, in the forest, in the park, in the someone's just neighbors. It's no matter. You just need to be polite and tidy. So yeah, that's really interesting way to just camp. It's okay. And if you wanted to try something special, to live in some special place, so I think one of the best ideas where will be the Snow Hotel in Norway. It also on the northern point, and they have couple hotels somewhere near Oslo. But if you have money, you need to try this. So this only in winter. It's beginning with December 20th and such dates. So what it is? It's literally hotel made from ice and snow, and they are given to you. They give to you some rooms which called snow sites. It's a room for 20 people, for 20 plus people, and you are given all the equipment that you need, like a sleeping bag, a good mattress, warm clothes, and everything in this room, in the halls, in everywhere, sculptures and art objects, they all made from snow and from ice. It's really beautiful, and it's one of the best offers that you can use in Norway at winter, actually. Yeah, and now about some transport infrastructure. So you know that Norway, as I said, it's really a long country, and it's population density. It's a low level of people in one place, so it will be a problem to get, or like hitchhiking or something like that. And as a long historic tradition, Norway has a great number of like sea trips, because yeah, they were fishermen and such kind of job. But from the 20th century, roads and plain means of transport also are quite good, and they have perfect roads, so there is no reason to worry about this. And if public transport, if talking about public transport outside of big cities, like in a rural place, in the rural areas, there is no public transport. Sometimes it's at all no one can do this. But in the city, in the big cities, or even in some towns and around the city, it's available like transport, available like trains, trams, some buses. So the best way to travel around the Norway is to use bus or just by plane. But as I said, international airlines just are can get you to the Oslo, and then you need to take a like civil plane, and then planning your trip. You can also travel by ship. It's a good idea because seasides and countrysides are just amazing. Okay, what I can add? I think it's all. And to sum up, let's just summarize, because I think I had already gave you basic information and some interesting facts about Norway. So right now, just let's summarize. So Norway is a Nordic country with the beautiful countrysides, with the beautiful mountains and three seas. Norway is it's about people, it's about nation who respect their tradition, who save their culture up from the Vikings and to our time. They saved all the tradition. They are respectable. They are equal. They are really polite people. They're really hardworking, and the country is ready for everything. They have high quality medicine workers. They have a good transport. They have perfect roads. They have a lot of historical places that are just unbelievably incredible and beautiful. And Norway is about mountain, right? It's amazing countrysides everywhere. Just you are living in a fairy tale. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope